welcome. Hello, I'm Jim Buteau, your host, and this is the second episode of The Late Show Online. Today, my guest, James Harrison, an IT consultant from the Silicon Valley, joins us to talk about what he does. How excited are you to be the second guest on my show?
Bit nervous. Haven't done this before, so it's going to be a new experience.
Despite being the second one on the show, you don't get the luxury of seeing the first episode since it's not out at this time. So you're kind of like a first as well. But on the plus side, I got some practice, so I got better. And I hope that translates to better content. IT consultant in the Silicon Valley. When I hear Silicon Valley, it excites me.
IT consulting for the company that I work for, it's a bit unique. It involves anything from a CTO level all the way down to help desk. We help VC companies and pharmaceutical companies basically get their IT up to what it needs to be. So our job is to basically be a one-stop shop. We have a back-end team that supports us in any direction that we're trying to take their company in. But basically, we make them meet their goals and provide technological solutions that enable that productivity. End user needs something at the middle of the night, no matter what level they are, like always happy to help them out. Like whether it's, yeah, sure, let me go run to Best Buy and bring it to your house right away or whatever have you. Like, and ideally on a daily basis, we go beyond what anyone traditionally would possibly seem as, no, this is not my job. Like we'll go to that extent. The reason why I do everything I do is because I'm very passionate about helping people. Everyone has that same feeling. We want to help people. So in order to do that, like we just kind of use IT as the vessel to provide that or to fulfill that essential need.
How did you get a job there?
It was rough, actually. Like for 3 months, it was very little bite. I ended up working basically as a security guard for my parents' school here for probably about like 7 months or something like that. It felt like forever. It took me probably about 3 or 4, maybe even 7 months in total of complete job searching the entire time. And then randomly Atlassian had picked me up as a contractor. It was only going to be like a 1 month or 3 month gig. They ended up really liking me. And yeah, so that's pretty much how I got my first job. It was literally just a contracting agency, a contract gig. They were giving me a full-time position after, and they did. But unfortunately, I had to decline because I had gotten a bit of a much better offer at a different company. But yeah, that's pretty much the experience. I don't think people get hired here instantly, and I think anyone who comes out here and tries to get a job, I say don't move out here unless you already have the job, just because it's such a strange network. I mean, people here really know each other. So like even I, now that I'm part of this like IT group or whatever, like we actually like kind of know basically everyone that works everywhere. Like I know people that work at Google. I know people that work at Uber, obviously Atlassian, and just past experiences. Like you all IT kind of touches each other as they socialize throughout like the Bay Area, really. So it's important to network and to have people that can actually vouch for your character. I think people here hire more on character than anything else, and taking that risk on bad character is frustrating, especially for tech companies, because they invest so much time and a lot of money into you right from the beginning, and especially offering these crazy benefits and stuff like that. The less of a risk you are to them, the more likely you are to get hired here.
Did you have to do a bunch of interviews, or was the difficult part to actually get inside the doors to have an interview?
The hard part is just getting the interview. Obviously, with everyone being here and wanting to be here, like there is so much competition. You'll have these people with master's degrees going in for these super entry level positions. And it's absolutely ridiculous because they just want to put that name on their resume. Not that it's a bad thing, like it's a step, right? But competition is super fierce here. So making your resume speak out to you individually and somehow also appealing to the company is super key. And also people have to write cover letters here. If you're not writing a cover letter, just like with some small personalized, like, hey, I want to work for you because XYZ, and you have to do your research on the company and make sure like your intro letter where your cover letter is actually applicable to their goals and views. I think once you get into the interview, as long as you're like a pretty okay person and like you vibe with whoever's on the other end, it's just like any other interview. Like at that point, you're probably going to get hired.
When you start working there, how's the culture? How's the work-life balance? Is it something that's exaggerated? Do they ask like a lot more of you?
It's definitely different from Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma, it was literally just like 9 to 5 and you put everything down. Since I moved here, it seems that work is very fluid throughout the day. There's times where it's busy and there's times where you just kind of take a break. But you do tend to work longer hours, especially now with COVID being in the situation. It feels like you're working 12, 15 hours a day without even trying. It's just because that's the task at hand, and transitioning out of that is difficult. Especially when your clientele or your users or customers or what have you tend to work odd hours as well. Especially those East Coasters. If you're spread throughout the U.S. and you have a lot of clients everywhere, it's the East Coasters at 5 a.m. your time, my time here. That tends to be rough.
What's the best thing about working in the Silicon Valley?
Definitely the tight-knit community. I really appreciate it. Like, say you're having an issue or a technological issue or something like that. Like, there's enough people around where you can bounce ideas off of and just kind of get their thoughts and see what they're doing at their companies. Being able to learn from other people's past experiences, whether it's implementing something or troubleshooting or common issues, like everyone kind of follows the same feeds. It's a good community, and people are very open and happy to work with other people. It's very cool like that.
With the good things comes bad things, and obviously people there make a little bit more money than probably somewhere else, but it comes with a lot more expenses. Would you say it's worth it?
I say moving to the Bay Area for IT, for me specifically, it's very well worth it. And the reason for that is because if you're coming here, you should have the mindset of, I'm here to make a career. I'm not necessarily here to stay here the rest of my life. And I think most people here have that mindset. And the housing is unfortunately a big cause of that. Because if I make a career here, I move somewhere else, I maybe keep a similar, maybe slightly lower salary, but I have all this experience, a big brand name on my resume. I'd be able to afford hopefully a house somewhere else. Obviously, with the housing price, the salary is adjusted. In SF, you probably make a lot more than you would in most areas of the country. I know the loan from coming from Oklahoma, I mean, looking at rent prices comparison from Oklahoma to here was insane, but also looking at salary increase from here to Oklahoma was also insane. I'm not saying that's applicable though to everyone. I feel like the people who are working, for example, minimum wage jobs, they suffer here for sure. But the tech workers in general, and whether it's finance, whether it's scientists, even professors, like they're all flourishing here. So it has its high ups and downs. But yeah, buying a house here for 2-3 million is common, sadly.
Have you seen any shift in how people have been using technology since COVID has started?
Well, yeah, obviously the homework environment is suddenly like increased by 1,000%. Webcam shortages, printer shortages everywhere. People got stocked pretty quickly. We tried helping out a lot of our clients, for example, also increase their internet bandwidth because suddenly it mattered. It used to obviously not matter when you're just streaming Netflix or whatever, but when you're suddenly uploading, downloading, and you have Zoom calls going on at the same time, your home infrastructure suddenly becomes important. We also had desk shortages, chairs shortages, and very unique constraints. People's home Wi-Fi suddenly weren't as good as what they had at work, and they really started feeling it. So with people working more and more at home, it's created a unique mix of own dilemmas.
Today's care package on the Late Show Online.
I just grab in something and then pull it out.
Oh, the first thing is... Oh, why is it open?
No way.
That's kind of a letdown, though, that it's open. Like the box got all fucked up.
It's smashed. So this will go perfectly with my Hallmark Pikachu that sits on top of my desk. He's angry. He's an angry Pikachu.
For those who wonder the relevance of this, James Gamer IGN is Pika.
This is true. This is true. Actually, I gotta unbox it now. I think we agree.
I mean, it looks like you.
It does kind of. It's a little bit angry. I like it. It's gonna go right up there. And then...
Dude, it's so funny because you started talking about socks, and I had already bought that. And then I'm like, oh my god.
So I have I have not purchased these socks yet. I was going to purchase socks, but I would not have chosen these type of cool socks. That is awesome. It's like 3 Pikachu. You got Magikarp right there. And then Snorlax. Oh, you even guessed my shoe size right.
And cool. I needed to give you a little taste of Canada.
We were just talking about that the other day too, actually.
I know.
Actually smells good. I actually look forward to this.
No, it's I like the home one better because you can make it a bit stronger, right? You can just put more powder if it's not strong enough. But
I like this. This will go well with my my morning banana that I am now going to peel the correct way, and I'll be cozying around in my Pokemon socks in order to make this all happen. Today's care package is brought to you by the Mythic Store. The Mythic Store is a Magic the Gathering trading card game online shop run by performer professional player Pascal Maynard. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. With competitive prices, top-notch customer service, and guaranteed 24-hour order processing, the Mythic Store is best bet to complete your deck. The Mythic Society, also part of the Mythic brand, runs online independent tournaments almost daily. Make sure to follow the Mythic Society on Twitch and Facebook.
See, I'll be slapping a bunch of links and shit like while you say that.
Like,
so
like
really
up
cool.
there, up there, down there, over there. Who knows?
Exactly.
I like where this is going. This episode is powered by the Symbios Community Discord server. You're an adult gamer looking to play with or simply make new online friends? Join our community Discord today. Come meet it at using this code. It's also be somewhere there because I can't spell and read things out properly. I've got so much experience doing this. The Late Night Show Online appreciates your support. Make sure to subscribe to the next channel and like this video. Write down a question you'd like Jim to ask the next guest in the comment section below.